So for today's sessions, we're going to be concentrating on more close range walking, having her stick close to me, different areas. Got a much shorter lead, so she has less room to travel away before the leash pressure naturally kicks in. Want to still try to keep the leash nice and loose. And if we need to help redirect by changing directions, we could do that too. Good girl. Mostly just want her to get used to slowing down and walking alongside us and not drifting too far. She's still going to be able to smell some things. It just has a much smaller radius around us that she can kind of explore. And we want her to be able to get used to that as well. So same thing as yesterday, it's just on a much tighter circle. And we're just going to be mostly utilizing leash pressure at this point. Good girl. When she does focus back up, we'll give her a reward and mark that behavior too. Good girl. Yes. And we'll also do some stop and goes as well to promote her really slowing down and sticking with us as best as she can in different environments. I'm going to start with the neighborhood walk and then see if we can get up to the shopping center. And then we'll do the inside the stores. So I'm going to be helping her as much as possible. I'll be trying to stay on the sidewalk too, though. She sees somebody over there that she's interested in. Right. So we're going to use a combination of the leash back pressure in our body to help block and redirect her. So there, she wanted to go behind us, right? So we redirected using the leash pressure to go back to our left and in front of us. So a lot more micro movements in this exercise, right? I'm going to do my best to try to keep a consistent pace for her, as well as keeping close enough to the grass area so that way she can have something to smell. Yes, good girl. Yes, me. Good girl. Very good, right? So there, started pulling a little bit too far ahead, especially because she gets excited. So while I had her attention, just did a little bit of a turn, having her maintain focus and follow us. Gonna give her plenty of time to smell and explore things. She already went to the bathroom this morning. Good girl. But we want to give her a chance to relieve herself too if she still needs to. Keeping our pups close like this on a tighter heel can really help sometimes with them maintaining focus because they still have us in their peripheral vision, as well as helping them to stop from pulling at least so hard because the fact that they don't get a chance to gain very much momentum before they hit the end of the lead. She's doing really good though. Just doing her best here to keep it nice and loose. When she starts going too far back, I pull the little back on the lead to compensate. And like I said, we can always guide as well by doing some additional turns, both inside and outside turns. Yes, good girl. Just looking around for where the barking is for the pup. Yes, good girl. You're gonna help her to not get too distracted by maintaining that consistent forward momentum, right? So she has something else to concentrate on, and that's just kind of keeping up with me. Got her on a small bungee. That way, if she does start to suddenly pull too far ahead, we'll gradually increase the pressure on her harness for us. She found something really small, but she spit it out. And here, because they don't want anybody on the lawn, we're going to go move a couple steps to the right, and that way our boundary doesn't allow her to get to that space. So we're really practicing, and this will be a good exercise with her parents. We're controlling where she goes just by controlling where we go. Letting the leash do most of the work as a boundary, and then we kind of just encourage her and show her what direction and what pace. I'm trying to walk a little bit faster than my normal pace because I know she walks much faster. So trying to give her a little bit of an easier transition here. It's going to be one of those situations too, if she does get excited in the zoomies, she doesn't really have the ability to run it out. Usually we'll do exercises like this later on in the day when she's a little bit more tired, but I wanted to start to transition some during the early morning hours and when she still has some energy and excitement too, just so that way we can get in some good corrections like there. She learns to control herself even when she has a lot more excess energy. Good girl. She's doing really well responding to the leash pressure. You can tell because I've asked a couple times here when she gets excited and starts picking up pace. As soon as she hits the end of it, she slows herself back down. So I'm trying to help her out a little bit here by walking a little bit faster too. If we really need to, we can change direction and really have her kind of keep up and give her an outlet for that extra motion. Really doing my best here to just concentrate on maintaining a nice loose leash. So, good girl. So unfortunately, it looked like there she wanted to explore more than she had the leash or the range to. And so she just gave up and sat down. Good girl, come. Yes, good girl. Yes, very good. This way. Good. Heel. Yes, good girl. Yeah. Especially when we start working in close quarters in the stores along the aisles or when it's crowded with people, her ability to stick close to us so she doesn't get in the way, as well as just sitting and waiting for us, will really come in handy. Also, she has to kind of learn that she won't be able to freely move around in all the spaces all the time, too. And it's just something that I'm going to have to try to get her some practice so she can get used to. Good girl. Good girl. Yep. We got somebody walking that's coming up, so we're going to go ahead and step off to the side over here. And this will be having her kind of sit and wait as they come by, trying to set her up for success. Morning.
No, I know.
Good girl. Good girl. That's definitely one of those situations where having her already close and already calm really helps, because even though she did get excited and tried to lunge at them at the last minute, we had her on a much shorter leash, and that helps to prevent the her picking up that momentum again. Pretty much as soon as she got up and moved a little bit too far from us, the leash gave that pressure for correction almost right away. Because of her size, we don't really have to pull as much as we just have to hold on tight to that boundary line. If we wanted to, we could also do micro corrections too, like with the lead here. Just sudden some small pulses, give her some guidance. Right? Yes, good girl. And then release the pressure again when she's going the right way. Good girl. Come. Wait. Yes, good girl. Good weight. Okay. You can be careful still of all the excess Halloween candy on the floor. This house seems to have a lot for some reason. Okay. So because she seems to, I was gonna say because she seems to be more interested in the left side here, I'll go ahead and swap her over. There you go, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right. So gonna go ahead and pause here and return back and give her a little bit of a break. We'll try to record our session later on when we're in a more social and exciting environment. Give her some practice. See how she does there. She did really good this morning though.